Welcome to chapter 15. Da 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 da. Right, let's carry on. So for your first achievement, as we start chapter 15, Zen. The correct way to go is to your left, but let's get the achievement first, then we can reload our save and then go left. So this would be a shortcut to get to the other area. It's kind of a pointless shortcut, to be honest. So make a run and jump over. Then you can actually guide yourself through the animation of the jump. It's quite easy to do. So once you have lifted off, just don't hold forward. You can actually guide yourself with the other control sticks as well. It's quite simple with the controller, but for me with the keyboard I had to let go of W to actually guide myself properly. And now we're going to kill all 64 of these bloop things. Well, now you know what they look like. They are pretty simple to spot, but there is a few that do blend in with the scenery. So as we make our way around the corner, we'll find a total of 2. Now once we proceed on to the next area, so once we jump across, or jump down to say, from this orange crystal. So this is where the secret quote-unquote path was. Now once you jump down, or you don't have to jump down to the bottom, just shoot the your next glowy thing. And now you must be wondering, where the hell are my hats and pizza box? No fear, as we go through our very first teleporter in the new area. If you now go to the left hand side and jump on the rocks that are floating, I'm just showing you whereabouts we are right now. So as soon as you use your first teleporter, jump on the rocks that are floating on your left and go towards the orange crystal you see. I believe you can do another shortcut by jumping over to your right from left, but this is my safest way. Granted, I almost killed myself. But in here you will find your hat and your pizza box. Even though we found them previously, they decided to hide these damn things away from us once again. Luckily enough, hopefully this will be the final time they actually hide stuff from us. Time to bring them with us. And now once we get into the next area, so this is literally from the last location basically, we'll go into this massive cool looking water section and we'll find one of these fish again. Once again, pretty simple, just kill the fish with one of these guns. Just stay on the map, clean your feet. And then you'll gain the achievement. I've already got the achievement because I played the game before. Oh, lovely. You're going to love this now. We're going to bring a total of 3 things now with us. So in the lab section, very close to the previous location, we'll find this container that we need to bring. So in this area here, we now need to collect this and bring this with us. Wonderful. Now once we have gone back out, and then we go through another like a laboratory door looking thing, and then we go into the new area. Making sure you kill the blob in this room. And then now, once we proceed on with the story, go to the very tip of the top of this pathway and you will find your next one. Try to blend in with the trees. Ah, wonderful. I thought I might add this into the video as well. Not really achievement based, but this is how to get all 3 items over. I did have to try to Google how to do this properly, but everyone was using like a crowbar to get the pizza over, or the shotgun blast thing to get stuff over. But my best method is using satchel charges. Since I don't use these a lot, or hardly ever, I have plenty to use. Since I'm playing on the lower difficulty setting, I think I'm on normal, but I could be completely wrong, maybe easy mode. Just make sure you make a run and jump and use your blast ability, and then the blast of the satchel will blast you over. Now rinse and repeat until all 3 items are over, and then we can move on.
Medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
And now as soon as we jump down into the new section, we'll be greeted by 3 of these blobs. Can't really miss them, they'll be looking straight at you. Probably not as close as they were to me, but they'll be in this area. Alright, for your next few things, so once we proceed on, go through the water, bring all your items with you of course. So in this area here, we need to deactivate the flowers on the left hand side, so following these red tubes you see. The first one to the right will contain a few of these blobs as well. So right next to the story progression switch as well, so hopefully you guys don't miss this one. And now once we have done the next set of tubes to unlock this big massive flower. So in the middle of that big tree, I left all my stuff there because we have to do a lot of faffing around. So you just make sure you don't bring the items with you in the previous area, just keep them under the tree, then do all the switches and then move on. So as we go to this next area, we will find plenty of these blobs again in the far distance. Very easy to see, so make sure you do that as well. This is one of these things again where we're going to bring all items over. Maybe this will be an issue for some people, but this is very easy to do. So on the left side, once we jump over, make sure you are on the left side of this tree because I always had issue jumping from the right side. And that is pretty easy to get over. Just try to make sure that don't try and kill yourself with this little boost we have. But all in all, it's pretty simple. And now once we get to the next section, we'll find once again a floating rock in the middle. Can't really miss it, we have to go through this area anyway. But on top of that floating rock, you will find another one of your things. And now from the last location, now go and follow the only path you can. Now instead of going right, go left and go into the cave. This next thing is quite hard to find, because it actually blends in quite well with the background. How do we shoot that fucker there? And now shortly after going through the next section, you will find 3 more of these things looking directly at you. They may not be located right here because they will be in between the vines on the right hand side of you. For the next few, once we go past the vines and then jump down into the water, or go down the waterfall, making sure you have already, of course, brung all 3 of your objectives, so your hat, your gas canister and your pizza box before jumping down. Making sure you kill the bloops as well. So in this area there will be many of these water creatures, but there will be a single bloop in this water. Well, for me, he was in the water, but you do also see him roaming around above. So just look around clearly or closely to find it. Once we enter your new area, this looks like a Japanese temple or something. So as we go on to the trees itself, we want to follow the trees round and go to the top. We then want to follow the tree that brings us back where we came from. But it's also going to take us above where we came from, that is, if that makes sense. So where we came from is down below, and it will just take us back into the cave, and you will find a lovely squid monster right here. Once you kill him, you will find your next collectible too. And now for your final one for this chapter. This is located from the last location. All we need to do is drop down where we came from, or where we started, and then look directly down and you'll see it in between the two trees, or the pathways. This is another one of them things where once you enter this control room, you can actually leave all your items here and then do what you need to do. So before we leave into the teleport, make sure we make sure we make all the items go into the teleporter first. So the canister I showed first, because that is pretty much impossible to get from this location. We have to go onto that crystal on the left to gain access to the teleport. Now with the pizza box, pretty simple, and the hat is definitely easy. Just run and jump with it if you want to, and then jump into the teleport, and we're going into chapter 16 now.